Okay. 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 I see you there
Okay.
with the New Orleans bees behind you. What's going on,
Hmm.
everybody? Hey, Sonny, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
No complaints. No complaints. Except for my shoulder. My shoulder's giving me grief today.
Oh no.
Grief. It's just one of those days.
Yeah.
Let me turn this modified house music.
Right.
I was kind of vibing to it for a minute, but then I was like, it kind of sounds like the elevator. Kind
A
of
little
sounds like
bit.
the elevator. I feel like we can find something. We can find
Yeah,
something.
I would think so.
I just don't know what it is.
We'll find it eventually.
There's something that says minimal house. Let's give that a try. What's going on, everybody?
Hey,
Y'all
everybody.
here? I see y'all. I see y'all out here.
Yeah. That sounds like a video game.
You know what? I want to since we talk about vampires a lot. I want something that's like Blade, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, look at all these people here today. Nikki Lynn, how are you? Eternal Supernova Sherry, what's going on? Thank you for being a channel member. Empress, the Queen of Wands, Tarot, what's going on, Empress? Thank you for being a channel member as well. Let's see here. Nikia, how are you? Lasagna, Sunny, it's lasagna with an S, you know, and it's spelled, you know, it sounds the same as a tasty Italian treat, but that is not who she is. Okay, that's not who she is.
She's not a tasty Italian treat.
She's not a tasty Italian treat. Lasagna, how you doing? Thank you for being a channel member. Brock, my man Brock, what's going on? Thank you.
Hey, Brock.
Hey, God's child, how are you? Honeybee, what's going on, Honeybee? Thank you for being a channel member. Queen Kylie said, "Listen, look, I'm young. Hey, get off us. Get off." And I said, I will not.
No, sir.
Not gonna do it.
No.
But what's up, Queen Kylie? Welcome back. Thank you for being a channel member. Cutting up with Terry. What's up, Terry? Thank you for being a channel member as well. Sugar Shane, Southern Girl, and Guided Soul. How
the gang's all here.
Oh, the gang's all here. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
And so, you know, as promised, what's up, Najma? As promised, brought Denise back. Sunny. Brought Sunny back. And for the longest, y'all have no idea. We were like, well, what did we say we were going to talk about?
We were like, more vampires.
Yeah. That much.
Yeah.
That much I remember. But I remember we said we were going to talk about something else. And I said, I'm not going to talk as much this time.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not
you have the best stories. Yes, sir.
I just been around these spiritual streets for a minute.
Yeah, yes, you have.
I should open my phone up to see what's going on Twitter, because we are also streaming live over on Twitter right now.
Oh, nice.
So
I posted a link on my Facebook if anyone is on Facebook that are friends with me on Facebook. Yeah.
I wouldn't see those folks, but if any of Sunny's people are watching this, welcome.
Please and thank you. Yeah. My birthday was Thursday, and so like my whole page is like all these wonderful birthday wishes, and I'm just like,
what? How did I miss that?
Oh
no! Happy belated birthday! You know.
Thank you. I celebrated for like 2 weeks, so it's cool.
It's like I felt like it had already passed.
On Thursday? Oh no, it just began. Well, you know, me being the vampire, sort of.
There we go.
I'm a 523, so time is around.
There we go. That's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't know. Hold on, I gotta hit you in the private chat. There. What's up, Chef Tundra? How's it going? So while we decide how we're gonna get this show started, couple of announcements. But wait, ladies first. Sonny, you have anything you want to say to the people? Anything you want to let them in on, like any new projects, anything out there, anything you want to promote, anything you want to push, any podcasts, any events?
Well, I am part of a podcast called Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans. It's me, Stephen Van Patten, Mark Abbott, and Kirk A. Johnson. We're all Black horror writers, and we talk about nerdy stuff all the time, and political stuff, and I drink a lot of wine on the show. But if you like to read, it's a great podcast to listen to as well. And they're fantastic writers. They write some really good scary stuff. I'm on a web series called The Vamps Next Door. I play a vampire named Tasha. Tasha is awesome. It's like, of all the acting stuff I've done, I love playing Tasha on The Vamps Next Door. My most favorite episode is called Tasha's Revenge. It's the first episode we did to bring the series back. And all the episodes are good, but for me, Tasha, she just rocks it in that one. It's the best time. Yeah.
Is there any way, you can work your behind the scenes magic and get permission for us to like screen maybe like 5 minutes of it? maybe not here, not right now, just at some point, just 5 minutes of it,
Yeah.
because I'm not trying to get my channel struck. I'm trying to get all due permissions ahead of time. What's up, Melissa? How are you?
Yeah, I'll get you some permission for that for sure.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But a little bit of house. What did I want to mention? I know I wanted to mention something, but I totally forgot.
Madame Lalaurie.
Yes, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The Lalaurie Mansion.
The Lalaurie Mansion.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some more stuff, New Orleans, and then we'll open up for Q&A because I know people are going to come in.
Yeah.
Questions. Yeah. Bring them on in. Trickle on in.
That would be great.
I did want to. We are still doing this webinar, guys. It is in 4 days. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's in 4 days. Webinar is in 4 days. It's going to be on oil lamps, on how to build them, what all to add to them, how to work them, the different workings you can do with oil lamps versus candles, why some people like oil lamps versus, more so than candles, and why some people prefer candles. We'll talk about the different polarity, how to work a candle to attract, how to work a candle to repel, and we'll also be talking about, and then we'll do a live community ritual where all of us will gather together to do an enemy working. So bring your enemies' names if you have some. If you have some. I personally don't. What's up, Virgo? Not that I know of. No, people will just not like me, and I'm like, man, that is your problem.
Right.
Like, I love me some me. Like, dang, that must suck for you, because I mean, it ain't hurting me,
right?
But yeah, that's what we got going on. I think I'm gonna try to put the QR code in here since that works.
I'm really looking forward to it.
There we go.
Nice.
There's a QR code, family, and you can also click the link in the chat. Click the link in the chat.
That's a little discount because it's normally $25.
Look,
nice.
Sonny, my sister has this thing where everyone who's in the webinar, she like plugs it into the computer and it's like grids and it shows like names and emails and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not, you've known me a while. I'm all like scratch paper and confusion. That's how I generally run things. Scratch paper and confusion. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I'm used to the night before the webinars. I'm sitting there emailing people one at a time.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys like, send me emails.
Yeah. Because I tried copying and pasting it one time. That sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Then I felt bad because everyone could see everybody else's email. Some people
are
incognito when it comes to their spirituality.
Right. That's true. And I have like 4 different emails. So shoot.
I still have a Hotmail that I swear I had some Bitcoin in, but I think I probably don't. I just disremember. I'm good for disremembering.
Your sister gets a gold star for real. That's awesome.
Listen, she is on top of things. I mean, shipping stuff out just like that. Queen Kylie, welcome.
Hey.
Come on in. And I just want to tell people this because I think this webinar has caused a rush on Crafts freshwater pearls. Had I known ahead of time, I would have just bought a bunch and then just send it to you guys. So if you do not have your pearls, don't worry, you can still take part. Just have your lamp, your oil, and your enemy's name, and we'll just make a promise to Annie Christmas to give her pearls. But listen, y'all don't muck around. When she comes through for you, and when your enemies are just sitting there, just make sure you give her pearls. She'll come get it from me. She will come get them. I think that's it. And then, Sonny, this involves you, or it can. I'm trying to get together a old-fashioned Hoodoo conference. I'm trying to get that together. Y'all know there are several, and I'm being nice. I'm working on being positive and uplifting. There are. I know. I'm trying to work.
Who are you?
There are several Hoodoo gatherings around the Hoodoo sphere, right? So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get one together that is
Okay.
authentic, is traditional,
Okay.
and people will enjoy.
Yeah.
And I want to celebrate us. I want to celebrate the ancestors. I
Mm-hmm.
want it to be both fun but educational as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not going to be this hodgepodge of things. I'm going to have speakers from other traditions like voodoo
Oh wow.
and Orisha
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
That would
Um,
be really cool.
I like to have like some paranormal authors like yourself
Mm-hmm.
come up there and just tell the people, listen, y'all, it's entertaining, it's wonderful, but this came from it came
Yes.
from here.
That's
Okay,
true. That's very true. But it is entertainment. There's
it
stuff I
is
change
entertaining.
on purpose. I'm not trying to give a recipe for disaster. Oh no. No, I mix it up on purpose. Like one of my spells, there's hummingbird tears. Come on now. But you know that's not real.
You know what?
Hummingbird tears.
Back in the day, I never did it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I never did it on YouTube, but back in the day, like when I was on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
I would just throw something out there just to see how far it would travel.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know, first you need some honeysuckle essential oil. And anybody who knows oils know honeysuckle essential oil is fake. Like that plant doesn't produce essential oil. It doesn't.
Right.
But then I saw people in other hoodoo groups going, see, y'all, my secret is honeysuckle essential oil.
Oh my.
I learned that from my hoodoo granddaddy. And I'm like, oh, did you now?
Hmm.
Did you?
That interesting.
Oh yeah. Like I said, never did it on YouTube, but
Yeah.
I used to like go into the groups just to mess with people because
Mhm.
it was because I don't know, they were getting on my nerves.
I do my stuff like I make stuff up, but I try to point it in a positive light because Hollywood paints all the ATRs in such a negative light, and it's so scary, and you're gonna die because I look at you. So I try to shift it to like, no, this is actually works for you and on your behalf. Don't cross somebody, but it's not scary as you think it is. It's usually the human that's more scary than.
That's always the thing. It's been going on like that since who knows how long. I mean, the word voodoo is synonymous with like evil magic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, especially growing up, you hear voodoo and people are like,
oh, yes.
they just like recoil. Like,
They do it to the title of my book, and I'm like, it's a book. It's not real. It's a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. And no, I don't practice voodoo. My guys, they call me the voodoo queen. I'm like, I don't practice voodoo. But thank you.
Right.
I get the sentiment behind it.
Absolutely rock that. I'm not the voodoo queen.
No.
But, you know.
And even in my book.
But if y'all, if that is your proclivity, then hey.
Right, absolutely. But I can't claim credit for something I don't do.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's
interesting.
It is. The world's interesting.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep on rocking. I think that's all I had. You know, I've got a couple of people saying they're coming down on the 1st. That'd be great.
Nice. Oh, I would if I could, man.
You know, but don't worry, we will have more. Mm-hmm. There will be more this summer, because I tell you what the holdup was. The holdup was it's not really a holdup. It's just, you know, I'm a one-man show. It's just me.
Right.
And so, you know, during the day, I got my niece and my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my sister works, but she works in education. They're out for the summer.
Nice.
So now, it's wide open. It's wide open now, within reason, because you know some folks. So did I tell you the story about how this person just showed up at my door one time?
It sounds familiar because they were not invited. They're just gonna show up.
This is what happened, family. This is what happened. So I did a live stream, and during the stream, I said, you know what? I'm thinking about having something this weekend. I think it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm thinking about having something this weekend. We go out, do stuff. Maybe y'all show up Friday, leave Sunday. I specifically, because I hadn't become as much of a drunk as was about to happen.
Right.
I was still in the growth. I was still blossoming.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
So I remember specifically saying, I'm thinking about having this.
Yeah. You
Friday evening, there's a knock at my door.
Oof.
And I'm like, 12? And so I go peep out the peephole. It's not 12. There's a lady standing there. And I'm like, oh, she must be lost. Bless her. I open the door and she's like, it is you. I'm like, yeah, it's me. Who are you? Ooh. And she's like, what? Am I early? And I'm like, early for what? I had forgotten. I'm like, early for what?
You say that all the time.
Right. But people who know me know, listen, you got to wait for confirmation.
Yeah.
You got to wait for confirmation.
That's so true.
It's like, don't just show up.
No, you can't just pop up. Because you always say, like, yeah, I want to have barbecue this weekend, or we should go to the park, and da-da-da-da-da. Or you used to go and you'd feed the homeless people, which is huge.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that all the time. But you still have to coordinate. You can't just pop up. Yeah. Even when I came to see you personally, like, we had to make arrangements and set dates.
There were arrangements, exactly. Yeah. But this person just popped up. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll throw something together. I'll throw something together. And this person actually, well, was really cool. And I invited her back, and we snuck into a cemetery like later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, snuck into a cemetery.
Yeah.
Later on. But I think that's all my announcements. I think that's it. We should have a Hoodoo church at some point.
Oh yeah.
But we'll get it together. But Sonny, do you want to lead off with the LaLaurie Mansion?
Oh my
in New Orleans. Let me
see if I
can give a picture of it.
Yeah. So this is a real person. This is not a character from American Horror Story. They actually stole this from real life. This woman was a serial killer. She's listed as a serial killer. Back in New Orleans, I want to say like the late 1800s or 1700s. My date's confused. She had a lot of slaves in her house, and she used to throw huge, lavish parties. Like, that was one of the places that you had to visit, going to her parties. But you wouldn't see many of her slaves because she had them hidden away, and she would torture them and disfigure them and do horrible, horrible things to them. And from what I remember, during one of her parties, there was one slave in the kitchen who escaped, or was trying to escape, and she lit the kitchen on fire and she jumped through a window. And so then the authorities were called during this huge party, and while things were going on, Madame LaLaurie and her husband, they tried to escape, because when the fire department showed up, they found lots of slaves that were like trapped in the walls, and some of them were half dead. A lot of them were dead and disfigured because of this woman. That's what I remember.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the pictures of it.
And it's right still around. You can go there. Not inside though.
Right. The thing is, and I was trying to find a picture that'll capture this. That's probably one of the most haunted places in the country. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the most haunted places. I was trying to find a picture that captures the window, because the window that Sonny was referring to is still boarded up. Or did you mention it? I know there was a slave. Oh wait, yeah, there was a slave that Madame LaLaurie chased. Or I think some say she thought that if she bathed in the blood of young people, that it would keep her young. Mm-hmm. And so she chased this young lady. Others say that she was suspected of, like, diddling Monsieur LaLaurie. So Madame LaLaurie chased her. Either way, the young sister jumped out a window, and to this day, that window is boarded up. And so I was trying to find a picture that showed it. And there's so many pictures of the place.
And it's so creepy when you go by there. It's really, really creepy.
Oh yeah, it is super creepy.
Day or night, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you just stand there and look up.
I won't say funny because there's nothing funny about that, I guess, but you know, like Sonny, like you were saying during one of the lavish parties, because that used to be a thing, I guess. Everybody would throw parties, especially the wealthy. They would throw all these really big parties, like y'all come here, like and let's kick it.
Yeah.
and you were right. And the thing is, if you had, well, you know, my daddy always said, "Ain't nothing new under the sun." If you have money, the law tends to turn a blind eye. If you have money. And so this was a time when the actual importation of slaves was kind of dying down. People were like, you know, that slavery thing ain't all that cool. You know, but you know, keep the stock you got, but we're gonna slow down on bringing in more. But the Lawleries had a high turnover, and you know, it's like, wait a minute, either y'all need to beef up security because there's a lot of them running off. Or what's going on? Like you ain't exchanging.
But they're just missing. Yeah.
They just go missing, and you keep asking for more and asking for more. And so that was that one thing.
Yeah.
And then two, the house burned because she had the lady chained to the stove.
In the kitchen.
And she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna burn it down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn it down because I'm sick of living like this. Which I understand. Like, listen, if I stay here long enough, I'm going to the upper room anyway. So at least I'm gonna do it on my terms.
Yeah.
That's what she did. She just set everything on fire.
Yeah.
Now, legend has it, and it's not really legend, I guess, because it's told by so many people, that the fire inspectors came to, you know, survey the damage. Oh, wait. Pause. Let me back up. So the house is ablaze. Everyone is filing out of there.
Yeah.
The fire department comes, you know, back in the day, with the big old pump thing to put the fire out. They run in there, and you know, Madame and Monsieur Lawlerie were like, whoa, hey, what y'all doing?
Oh yeah.
Like, we got to go in there and put this fire out your house.
Yeah.
Oh, don't go upstairs. don't go upstairs. Is there any way you can put the fire out from out here? And they were like, no, we need to go in there and make sure everybody made it out safe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So they went in, and what they found was what Sonny described, the Lawlerie house of horror.
House of horrors, yeah.
There were like people chained to walls, people hanging, people disfigured, dismembered. It was terrible in there. And so they came out, running out like, the Lawleries were nowhere to be found. Everyone's looking around and in the commotion, like, where are the Lawleries? Suddenly, a horse and carriage burst out the side, which today would have been, you know, the garage, but it wasn't the garage.
Right.
It was the stable. Yeah, and they took off, never to be seen again. Supposedly, they were never found. That they just disappeared in the history at that point.
I think eventually that she went back to Paris. I think
that's what they say, but it was never proven.
Yeah, we can't prove. Yeah, crazy.
And her husband just went bye-bye.
Well,
I mean, she probably offed him too.
She probably did.
Like, listen, look, like you know, her husband might have had snitch tendencies. She was like, I can't risk that.
Right. No witnesses.
Right. None.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yeah.
Now comes the fire inspectors, and they go in there after the fact, and the Lawleries left everything. They go in there, they hear thumping and scratching, and they're like, this place is haunted. They got the hell up out of there. They call the church. What's that big church there?
I want to say St. John. That's not St. John.
Excuse me, y'all. This pollen is getting to me. I'm so sorry. I will try to mute so that I'm not coughing in y'all's ear. On the side note, I got so many messages about your laugh. Everyone's like, "Oh, I love her laugh. Oh, this is her laugh. She's like a little pixie." I'm like okay.
It is what it is.
So whatever the church is,
Yeah.
the priest came. The priest walked in like I'm about to deal with this. The priest came running out. That place haunted as hell.
Yeah.
And we're gone.
Gone.
So later on, eventually it died down. People would sneak in there. They would hear it. Eventually, the haunting died down. Y'all, it was not a haunting. Later on, when the place was sold, St. Louis Cathedral. Thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Later on, y'all, when the place was sold, they started to do renovations, and they, sledgehammer and busted into the walls. They found skeleton after skeleton after skeleton.
Yeah.
The sounds that they thought were hauntings were bound, gagged slaves that the Lawler Reeds had just stacked in the walls alive for whatever reason. They had stacked them in the walls alive.
But she abandoned them.
Yeah, and that's why no one ever saw what happened, because it's not like New Orleans. You can't just bury somebody. The hole will fill up with water. You got to plan to do something with somebody.
Yeah.
So they would just stack them into the walls and just let them just.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Crazy. Yeah,
it was terrible.
Yeah.
So
and her house is still there. It's still there.
It is still there, and true story. Everyone who has owned that house has come has issues. No matter how rich you are, because this house is in the center of the French Quarter.
Yeah,
like it's a mansion. It is huge. Even by today's standards, it's a big house.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because say stuff like that, like by today's standards, because say like down here, $1 million will get you a lot of house.
That's true.
Like down here in South Georgia, $1 million. You can buy a plantation. Now, you go to Times Square with $1 million, you living in a shoebox.
Yeah, seem like here in LA, same thing.
Right. Golly.
It's big. But down south, shoot. How many acres? Oh my stars.
Yeah. I mean, so much. And see, Purple Pixie, right. Nicolas Cage bought it at the height of his career. You remember the height of Nicolas Cage's career when he was in everything. He was going to be Superman. And now look at him.
And what did he do wrong? I think we talked about this before.
He bought that house.
No, he put that big old pyramid in the cemetery without asking for permission. That mausoleum is a prison, a pyramid.
I've always felt like that was bad luck. I'm not renting my tomb. I'm not erecting the tomb, nothing. Like, that's for my family to take care of. Now I know down here, it's commonplace down here. People will do it.
Yeah.
Down here, people will like pay on their burial plot. And I'm like, and it's natural. It's normal down here.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, I'm like, whatever I don't care. Whatever you do to me, I don't. I want one of the big old ghetto funerals where I'm just in a Cadillac.
I can see that too.
Put that me in a Cadillac.
Man. But you still got to have like a second line, people playing music and stuff.
Right. You see, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But Nicolas Cage built.
He had the big old, and I think it's still there.
It's still there. It's still there. Hold on, let me see.
Permission from the ancestors.
Like,
or from
he put a big pyramid inside the same cemetery where Marie Laveau is entombed.
Suddenly, all his luck just turned bad. He tried to make amends for it.
Let's see here.
Yeah. Suddenly he couldn't afford his house. All his movies were flops. Although he was really good in Renfield, which is a vampire movie. He was really good. He played Dracula.
There we go.
Right there.
St. Louis #1. That's where Marie Laveau is.
Yeah. And
this Joker puts a pyramid in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's not something that I would do, and nor would I recommend it.
No.
Or would I recommend it? But you know that's them. You know, that's what he wants to do. But everyone has had bad luck to the point where even to this day, no lie, to this day, the house is owned by some like land baron from Texas, right? When he first bought the house, he would go and he would have parties.
He would go into the mansion, the Lost mansion. Oh,
he would go and have parties there.
Oh no!
But not anymore. Now, every couple of months, he has a cleaning crew to go in and clean it. And they go in teams. No one is allowed to go in alone. No one is allowed to stay there.
Oh my stars.
Every so often, they say he'll come and stay there, but they're really, you know, the guy that I talked to said, I think he just shows his face and goes to a hotel. And I'm like, yeah,
that's what I would do. I'm not staying in there. Oh no!
I submitted an offer on it because I thought it would be cool to go in and collect the spirits there.
Stars. Wow!
I'll put them all in bottles.
You know how busy you would be. Oh my stars! You would get no sleep.
But you know, Gabby said she had like issues.
Oh yeah.
Like big issues. She I'm not laughing at her. It's just we all black folks. We all, and I know I have some non-black people in here. Welcome. Black folks, we all have that one super superstitious friend that you can't get them to do nothing. And from it sounds like that's Gabby, aka Precious, because the whole cast would mess with her and start like chanting and stuff, and she go, oh, y'all better stop, words have power, stop. But I'm like,
words do have power.
Right. But the crazy part is she actually came down with something, like a spirit attacked her.
Oh no.
And she had to get prayed over. She went to the emergency room and she's like, I'm never coming back here again. When she wrapped up, she never went back again. Like that's why her character was Queenie.
I think
it was Queenie. But her character never went back to the school.
Nope.
If you think about it, her character, look, she ended up kicking off inside the hotel. But she didn't go back.
She wouldn't go back.
Right. She didn't go back.
Oh my stars.
But you know, Sonny, we do have a ghost story that was submitted.
Ooh.
We do have a ghost story.
You know, I used to be terrified of the idea of ghosts until I started following you, and you had pointed out that ghosts, like in your house or whatever, they're usually like a family member or an ancestor. It's somebody that you know. That they're not trying to harm you. They might be trying to get your attention. Then somebody was like, you know, yeah, they're not trying to get me, which is different from like a poltergeist or something demonic. That's a different story.
Absolutely.
But if you walk into someone's house and you see someone, now it doesn't freak me out like it used to.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, like I said, supernatural phenomena it's more natural than nature.
Yeah.
If people ever saw me walking through like active haunted places, y'all think something was wrong, because I go in there and I talk to them like I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
I say, all right, now listen, I got a few rules. You can whisper from the other room. You can push stuff over to get my attention. That's fine. Do not touch me. If you appear to me, don't appear all effed up.
Right.
Clean yourself up. Because they can choose to come to you like how they look when they went to the upper room, like car wreck or whatever. I don't want to say different ways you can go because that might
right.
They can choose to just appear like or they can just be a beam of light, whatever.
Wow.
Sonny, that is keep reminding me this is a positive and uplifting stream.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, because orbs, right?
Yes.
People talk about orbs and spirits appear as orbs. Have you ever noticed on social media that when people post pictures of orbs, their house always nasty?
I do always look at the background. I do.
Right.
Like, why do you have that box of shoes? And why your pile of dirty clothes are over there? And why you got like a sandwich on top of the stereo?
I'm like, that ain't that's not orbs.
No.
That's dust.
That is dust.
That's dust kicking up in the air. That is a gnat. You got gnats.
Oh my stars. I will say though, there was one time I had to play a voodoo high priestess for this book thing on the Queen Mary.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yes, because I contacted you and I said I wanted to make sure that I didn't bring any of the spirits from the Queen Mary back home with me. And you said send me a picture. So I sent you a picture when I was in my regular clothes, and you're like, Sonny, you see that spot right there? And I was like, you went over there? You're like, that is an orb. That's a real orb. I was like, oh my stars. Yeah.
Because listen, you always see it. People are like, oh, look at this orb, and I'm not going. It's always. Y'all come on, check out this orb here. Now you see, oh my God, look at, and I'm like, and you
like you showed me a bona fide orb.
Yeah,
and I've seen other pictures. You know that's dust. You know it's dust.
Yeah,
it's floating all around. like it's just, open a window.
like right. Somebody takes a breath and the orb flies up their nose, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I was just possessed." Like, no, you weren't. Piece of dust. Don't go pledge. Look,
fresh air in your house. Right, Natalie.
Natalie says that. Is that an orb or a roach? Right.
Who's that?
But yeah, I mean, like it's. I don't know. I often get like a lot of criticism because folks like, we didn't all grow up the way you grew up. This is new. Oh man. I'm gonna put a pin on this, but somebody fussed at me today, which I may have deserved. Probably still not gonna sway me because I am who I am, but still.
True. What did they say?
But the thing is, I get that, right? I grew up in a very active hoodoo family, but in an active haunted house.
Yes.
So I remember one of the earliest things is the doggone ghosts would walk through the house and snap his fingers.
Wow.
And you could follow it through the house, and it got to be so normal, no one paid any attention. It was always like, what is it doing now?
Yeah. Wow.
Right? And the house was like super old. The house was like crazy old. Okay. And you would hear it starting in the back, and then
wow,
and just snap on out the front door. I'm like, okay,
wow.
And then we grew up, and maybe it's a Southern thing, but Southern folks, we tend to pass houses down. You fall on hard times, you move in with a relative, relative kick off. Now it's your house.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's just how we do.
Yeah.
So my great aunt is who we moved in with.
Oh.
And she's like my grandma's aunt.
Dang.
I just found that out.
Wow.
Right. I just found out it was my grandma.
Oh, that's so cool. You can trace like your lineage like that.
Right. Yeah. And so she was like old. I mean, when I was a kid, she was like 3 days older than God.
Oh my God.
So she would like move in with the shuffle step with the house shoes. And when she passed away, she just started walking through the house still.
Wow.
We didn't think anything of it. I remember me, my brother, and sister were in the back room of the house. And there was like 2 windows. And so we would make shadow puppets on the wall. And one time I looked, I'm like, something ain't right. But you can see something isn't right, but you can't put your finger on it.
Yes.
Finally, I was like, there's my shadow, your shadow, and there's your shadow. Whose shadow is that?
Right.
Because there was a 4th shadow on the wall.
2, 3.
Right. Whose shadow is that?
Ooh,
and then, the moment I said it, the shadow started walking towards our shadows, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is the time when we leave."
Yeah,
this is when we leave. And I took off. which is ironically not the first time I took off running and left someone for dead.
And won't be the last.
Listen, you better
out. You're honest though, right?
Man, please.
I remember one time you were ghost hunting down around some funeral house, and then you walked past a post office and you saw some young lady out there, but it was like 2 or 3 in the morning your time.
Listen,
I was like post office Polly saying hello to you.
We used to have some interesting live streams back in the day, because I just decided to up and go walking in the middle of the night.
Oh my stars!
And there was that lady just standing outside the post office.
Yeah. Thank goodness you didn't speak to her. You're like,
you know, the live streams back then should have been like, and this segment is brought to you by Jacques Daniels. You know, there's a golden moment when you're like, oh, well, it made sense. Anybody go to New Orleans, drink 2 hand grenades. I guarantee you will reach the golden moment where you're like, this makes sense to do, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Or I go to the absinthe bar, have one of those. Just one. That's all you need.
Yeah.
The little green fairy. I tried it once. I didn't like the taste. But I don't like how licorice tastes. I was like,
when I went to New Orleans, I don't know. It was like $75 or $100 for like one pour of some expensive whiskey.
Oh, I bet.
And you know what I found out? It ain't no better than the cheap whiskey.
Oh no.
It ain't no better.
Oh no. I would think like because New Orleans has been around for so long.
It was just like
the best.
Whatever. Yeah. But anyway, let me pull up this story.
Oh yes.
Yeah, let me pull up.
So it was a ghost story that someone submitted to you.
Yes. So Brian, if you are out there, I talked to you earlier. If you are out there, my friend, I will be cash apping you $25 for your story.
Nice, very nice.
Let me find it. Hold on.
Yeah, when I stayed at the Queen Mary for a writer conference, for some reason I was all the way at the end of the hallway, but everybody else was like on the other side of like the main desk, and they would do ghost tours in front of my hotel room. There was a little plaque of like one of the captains, and people would stop and go, "This is where Captain so and so." And I was like, "Why am I all over here by myself?" And they kept hearing knockings and all kinds of stuff. I was like, "You guys got me messed up."
Yeah, no, thank you.
No.
You know, and that's the thing. I don't know. Like I said, I grew up around spirituality and by proxy spirits.
Yeah.
It has to be on my terms. Like that's how I am with heights. You know, I do not like heights, but if I can control the heights, then I'm fine. Like if I'm on a ladder,
right,
then I can control my rate of ascent or descent.
Yeah.
On a roller coaster, I'm just flying in the wind. I don't like that.
No, I'm good.
So you can send me into the Lollery Mansion as long as I can decide when I go in, and I can do, that's fine. But if you just bind me up and I wake up there like oh no, it's a problem.
Oh no, big problem. Oh no.
All right, I found the story.
Okay.
I found the story. Now, this was submitted by a viewer named Brian. I know a lot of Brians. But I'm not gonna put your last name out, brother. But I do appreciate your story. Here we go. Do I have this segment is brought to you by this energy drink, who I'm not gonna show until they sponsor me.
Right.
All right. I had a twang to it. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It starts out, I own a tattoo shop in Ocala, Florida. We opened the shop in the spring of 2001. My son was born shortly after that in November of the same year. Needless to say, he was raised literally in the shop, as his mother and I both ran the shop. He had a playpen where he would sleep in what we call our break room, just behind the actual operating area of the tattoo shop. Jump ahead to 2004, and one day hear him talking. He tells us that One Shoe was talking to him. That's the name, One Shoe. Of course we asked, who is One Shoe? He tells us the best he can as a child that she is the old lady that lives upstairs.
Oh.
In the same room where he naps and plays, there's a stairway that openly leads to our building's attic. We asked him why he called her one shoe. And he tells us that she only has one leg, so she only has one shoe. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He's a direct like that. So said, it's a great story for a boy just about 3 to tell us. Of course, we indulged him and asked him if she's nice. He tells us she's very nice and comes to visit him all the time. He says she is always smiling. We make a joke that we make a joke that as long as she's nice, he can keep talking to her. Yeah. We only hear about her a few times and then it's not brought up again. We didn't think much of it and chalked it up to a young boy's imagination. Now, jump ahead 10 years to 2014, and one of our tattoo artists, Johnny, brings his 3-year-old daughter to work on days his wife works. Okay, so I'm trying to edit out certain stuff as I read, like distinguishing stuff, because I didn't ask him if he wanted me to read it verbatim or not. So basically, the other guy, Johnny, brings his child to work while his wife is working. So I guess he didn't have childcare. Okay.
Yeah.
Her name is Annie, and she stays in the same break room our son would stay in when he was young.
Okay.
Johnny would often get creeped out being in the shop after hours alone because he would hear noises from upstairs when no one else was there.
Oh, no.
We often laughed it off as him just being overly nervous and ribbed him about it anytime he brought it up. One day he comes in and says, "I told you something's upstairs, and now I have proof." I chuckled and said, "Okay, let's see pictures of the orbs you caught on camera." Okay. He was sincerely upset this time, more than he had ever been before. He tells me his daughter won't be coming in anymore, and he's not staying late when no one else is there.
Wow.
Johnny's a tough guy.
Wow.
I'm just messing. Johnny, if you watch this, I'm just kidding, brother. Like, I don't blame you.
Yeah. That's fair.
Right. I asked what happened because he wasn't sounding rational at this point. He told me that his daughter told him that there's a mean lady upstairs with mean eyebrows that comes down the stairs and just glares at her when she's in the back napping or playing. He tells me the thing that scares her the most is that she only has one leg.
Oh, no. So why is she? Oh, no. Go on.
My wife and I never told any employee the story of one shoe before because it has happened so long ago, and we didn't really put any weight into what our son had said. Yeah. It was just a little boy in his imagination. He no longer came to the shop where he would have told anyone, as he was old enough to stay home alone after school at this time. No one that currently worked for us has been there for more than 3 years at that time. As you could imagine, my wife and I were caught off guard when he told us this. We weren't surprised that the lady, put in quotation marks, the lady would look at her with mean eyes because the little girl wasn't particularly quiet or well behaved.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be a cranky old man. Like, it's already starting. So this makes sense. Even once I go to the upper room with Jesus, I'm gonna poke back down and be like, "Yo, shut up! Stop asking me the same questions."
I'm gonna leave my energy drinks for you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Listen, and doggone, someone's gonna be like, "I can't wait to be a spirit." Somebody's gonna try to take a selfie, calling themselves a baby Hoodoo, and I'm like, "Oh, just hold my hand over the camera." Like, keep getting pictures of palms. Like, I don't understand.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We recounted the story our son had told us 10 years earlier, and needless to say, he came to us within a couple of weeks to give his notice and let us know we couldn't work there any longer. We tried to research the story with the old timers in the area. The best information we could get was that the last shop that was there before us was an old jewelry shop that was run by an old woman and her husband. We weren't able to confirm that she was missing her leg, but we did find out that's relevant to the story.
Yeah.
But we did find out that the reason the shop had closed was because she had passed away and her husband no longer wanted to operate the shop. The shop had been vacant for years before we moved in and opened our business, so we didn't really know what had been there before we started asking around. The coincidence was too much not to give us the chills to this day when we think about it. We never heard about one shoe again, but then again, no children have stayed back there for any amount of time since then, and it seems only children can see her.
Wow.
And then he put, this story is not exaggerated or manufactured in any way. It's become part of the story of our shop that still makes me question what we really know and don't know related to the afterlife. Signed, Brian.
That is so cool.
That is so cool. And I want me some more ink, so I'm gonna go down there and check it out. I'm gonna check it out. But so, I like this because, there's always that ghost versus spirits debate. Is one just a snapshot? Are they thinking? Are they sentient?
Right.
And we've always known this. Like, absolutely, yeah, because they get angry, they get jealous, stuff like that. But I like the fact that if your kid is good, she's cool.
I like that too. The nice lady with the smile. Yeah, I like that.
Like, I kind of want to take her to public schools and be like, here, like just do your worst. Do your worst.
Oh my stars!
Make her like Moaning Myrtle from Hogwarts.
Oh yeah.
Like, just go to the bathroom up.
She'd be very busy.
Right. But it makes me wonder, because I've never thought about this when we're talking about a haunting, because that's a legitimate haunting.
Yeah.
What makes them choose to appear at their job instead of home?
Right.
Because before, I've always been a global icon and a national treasure.
This is
always. It says it right there. It says it right there.
Right there, black and white. It's clear.
But before then, I have had jobs. I've had careers.
Yeah, you've had interesting jobs for sure.
And I don't think I will ever be like, yeah, I think this is where I just want to be until Gabriel blows the trumpet.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, I might be at home.
Yeah.
That's
a good question. Like, where would you be? Would you be where you spent the most time, or where would you be where you're at your happiest in life?
Now, allow me to be Ghost Dr. Phil.
Yes, please.
If you decide to haunt your business, I think you spent too much time there. You were alive, and that's why I think that may have caused the haunting. You spent too much time there.
Maybe so. I know I spent way too much time at my muggle job. Way too much time.
I think I think we've all felt that way at one point. Like, I spent too much time here. Yeah. I've had a part-time job, and that was all I had before. Before I made the transition to like doing this full time.
Yeah,
I would go and like work 3 days a week, and I swear that, man, I was like, boy, this
was it at the pet hospital, the veterinary place? Yeah,
this too much.
Yeah,
like this 3 days a week. We got to trim this back some.
I was working like 6 days a week and doing doubles at the muggle job, and then I was like, no, I got to pause that. No, sir, no.
Oh, you know what? You had a message come in.
I did?
I don't think it showed on my chat. That came from yours. It's Mike. I'm not going to say his name because that's a joke.
What did they say?
No, he just said, I think it'll pop up on the screen. He said, "E."
Oh, E. Yeah, I typed that a lot.
Look, so his name, ironically, like it's a joke. Like, if you say his name, you're saying something else.
Oh no! I wish I could see it. Type it in the private chat so I can see. Oh.
Right there. So I worked at PetSmart one time.
Wow.
I worked at PetSmart one time, and what Brock is saying in the chat, that's what I did. Because we had this, and this is totally not paranormal, but I think we had this lady that worked there named Susan, and poor Susan didn't fire on all cylinders. She didn't, and so one day I was like, Susan, listen, well, I need you to page a customer for it. And this is at PetSmart, and she's like. I work in the grooming salon. That's not my job. Right. I'm like, Susan, listen, need you to be a team player here. We need you. Okay. No. Well, why can't you do Susan? Listen, I got way too much on my plate right now.
Oh no.
I got way too much on my plate. I need you. So she said, okay. Paige and Mike.
Oh.
I need Mike. Has anyone seen Mike? And I'm like, she's just making it so much worse. So finally, the store manager runs up and snatches the paging phone from her. He's like, Susan, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, my stars. Once a pilot, when I was in operations, he had me page for Anita Man. So I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, Anita Man, looking for Anita Man. And I realized I was like, oh.
Got you. Listen,
he got me good. Oh man.
Aside from Susan, there was a lady. Now this is a young girl. She's probably like 20, right? That's how old I've gotten when that's a young girl. Yeah. God.
And I was like,
It's like old just crept up on me. Like I'm borderline decrepit.
Oh no.
I was down on the floor playing with my nephew, and he took off running, and all I could do was watch him run off.
Be safe.
Right. Don't open the door. Like that's all I could do, just watch him run off.
Watch him go.
It's at the point now, Sonny. I am so old now that if I'm down on the floor playing with him, I have to make plans to stand up.
Oh gosh.
I have to look and see what I can grab.
Right. Is there a chair
where I may fall? Like it's I gotta stretch out.
Yes.
What's going on, Prince 55? How are you? So Amber. That was her actual name.
Amber.
And she looked like an Amber. She was about 5'2", slim, long blonde hair.
Okay.
She looked like a little Barbie doll. And her name was Amber. And there was absolutely nothing going on up here. Nothing. I swear you could Jedi mind control Amber. Amber would come to work. You could go, Amber, you don't work today. She'd like, yeah, I'm on the clock today. Amber, you don't work today. Maybe I don't work today.
Maybe I don't work.
Yeah, you could do that.
Wow.
So one day, the store manager's name was Jason. I said, Amber, go tell Jason we are out of dilithium crystals. And she was like, what? I said, Amber, listen, for some reason people buy into my shenanigans. And they say it's because I can be so deadpan. I'm like, Amber, I don't have time for this right now, okay? We are out of dilithium crystals. The lines are going to be backing up. Go tell Jason we need some more dilithium crystals. And she went. She said, okay, dilithium. Okay. So she went and then came back and she was like, I said dilithium crystals. Did I say it right? Like, yeah. Did he not send you any? I said, go back. Tell him we need some dilithium crystals right now. And she said, okay. She went, came back. She said, what's going on? Because he's just laughing and turning red. She said, what are dilithium crystals? I said, they're what makes time travel possible. God. I think we should rationalize joking at other people's expense again, because that's the best. Nowadays everyone gets so upset, like, oh my gosh, you just no.
How could you do that to me?
Rationalize that.
Yeah.
But oh man, I have no idea where we were.
We were talking about different kinds of spirits, the ones that you
Okay.
know, the spirits versus ghosts. Why do they
Yeah.
linger where they linger? Ooh, I have a ghost story.
Okay. Go for it.
Because I used to work for a pet eye doctor, and one day, a client, well, the owner of a dog, they came in and asked their general vet if they knew anyone looking for an apartment because they had one that was recently vacant. And I was looking for an apartment, me and my sister, and I was like, oh, I would love an apartment that's close by where I could actually walk to work. So we fill out the paperwork and we move in, and we're super excited because where we were living before was off Sunset Boulevard, and Sunset Boulevard is trashy. You don't want to live there.
Really?
Visit, yes, but live there, no.
Gotcha.
So we have this wonderful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Brentwood where like all the rich and famous people live, and we're super happy. But the people in the building, they tell us that the person that lived in our new apartment, he died in the apartment, not on the way to the hospital, as the owner had told us. We were like, that's interesting. So we would get his mail, and we couldn't change the utilities until the owner let the utilities know that the guy passed away. So we knew his name was Virgil. And we're like, we need the power on and stuff until get out of Virgil's name. So one of my sister's friends from college, she comes over one day and she's like, you have a spirit here? And we're like, whatever, girl. Because I didn't believe that she could actually see spirits. I didn't think she was a medium or anything. She's like, no, his name is Vernon Victor Virgil. His name is Virgil. And I was like, oh, because there's no way she would have known. No way she would have known. And she said that our cats really liked him. And you see the cats like looking and like blinking and wagging their tail. Yeah. So I knew that something wasn't quite right. And I knew that when we had people over, for some reason, we'd always end up staying in a circle together. I couldn't explain why. It was really weird. And it was always cold in the apartment. And then me and my sister would argue. I was like, why'd you leave the light on? She's like, didn't leave the light on when I went to bed. It's like, put the lights on now. We turn the light off. Later, the light would come back on. And my sister's friend's like, it's Virgil. He's still here, because he's kind of protecting you from a layer or something else. And I was like, I don't know about that. She also said that he was there because
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about that, but he was there because no one said goodbye to him. And the only person in his family he even missed was like a niece, but no one said goodbye. So he was hanging out with us and the cats. And he did not like my boyfriend at the time. And my boyfriend was never really comfortable when he come to visit.
Now, is this the same boyfriend that last podcast you said you fired him?
No, this is a different one that's fired.
Okay.
A different one.
Yeah. Like, I fired this joker. But
yeah, that guy was fired. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, there are more people that have passed on than there are living right now.
Yeah.
So, if we saw them all, I mean, they'd be thick as gnats at a barbecue. They just be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Virgil was there, and we ended up, we said goodbye. Thanks for looking out for us. We sprinkled sea salt all around because we didn't know any better. And we did sage because we didn't know any better. Now I know what to do.
There's a lot of people out here that have some mighty tasty floors. Listen, it's some people out here whose floors are probably tastier than some of this tater salad I've been seeing floating around the interweb.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pagan Prince, for the Cash App. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Let me turn this volume up here. So, okay. Positivity stream, Sonny.
Positivity stream, yes.
Positivity stream. So, hey, Lily. So, someone messaged me today, and it was a long one.
Pause. Oh no.
Pause. Hey. I'm like, okay, all right. New people don't know,
right?
That I prefer brevity. Okay, and this is a super cool person. Like I said, maybe I came off the wrong way. It happens, right? Especially over text. Stuff gets lost in translation over text.
Yeah.
And what they were saying was the last live, I gave out a recipe, but they couldn't find it anymore. So I know it's a new person because everyone knows that lives go to members only, right?
Yeah.
So if you catch it live, or you catch the replay for most live streams in the members only section. Lee, thank you for being a channel member. You too, Hoodoo J. What's going on, brother?
Hoodoo J.
Yeah. So you see it, in the replay.
Yeah.
And so they were like, the last short teaching that you did was a while ago, and some of us are too busy to catch the live streams, so you might want to think about doing those more for us. And I'm like, I think I said something along the lines.
Oh gosh, what did you say?
I was nice. I feel I was nice. I said something along the lines of something along the lines of, I mean, I what did I say? Here, let me see.
Oh my stars.
And then I'm gonna show y'all, Brian actually sent a picture of the room that he was talking about.
Nice.
So, well, where is it? There we go. Because it was something about cleaning with sage, and y'all know I don't clean with sage. You know, I don't. That's a Native American practice. It is very potent. It's just that it doesn't work across the board like a lot of people nowadays think it does.
Right.
Because we brought spirits here that don't really like sage, or they do. They're like,
yeah.
Man, what? You put sage? I ain't had a soul this tasty in a long time. You sea salt and sage.
We sure did. And Virgil did leave. Virgil left.
Poor Virgil. I mean, all he wanted was a little recognition.
That's what he wanted. Yeah. Yeah, but then when he left, like, things got bad. Like, me and my sisters are arguing a lot, and my sister's my best friend. If anyone's seen like my Facebook pages and stuff, she's like my bestie. But for us to start arguing, and then like water bugs, like big old huge cockroaches started showing up. It was not good. We actually ended up leaving that place.
Listen, so I'm glad you mentioned water bugs, because I'm a clean person. My house is clean. I don't have orbs. Okay, I don't have orbs. But I live out in the middle of the country, and there have been roaches in here.
Oh no!
And, when you live in the city, you equate roaches to filth, and I'm like, there's no filth here, and there's no one around me to spread their filth.
Right.
So I'm like, what is going on? But everything comes in from outside. Yeah. So them big old water bugs. So So just to preface, they were talking about cleaning with dragon's blood sage, which I can't stand that. But ladies and gentlemen, well, you know what? Hey, son, you want to open it up for Q&A now?
Oh, I would love to.
All right. There we go. Everyone, we're going to be open for Q&A. Just do me a favor, put a Q, capital Q, in front of your question, okay? So I hate when people try to remix stuff that's been working for years, even if it's not my tradition. Like saging. People have started, you see sage mixed with everything now. And they were talking about dragon's blood. And I'm like, I don't recommend anyone use one in this newfangled stuff, right? These sage bundles dipped in red and stuff. So I said, good morning. I don't use sage to cleanse. It's overdone. It's a Native American practice, and most folks do it wrong or for the wrong reasons. So unfortunately, it would be wrong for me to do a video on it, because I asked if I would do a video on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I said, especially if someone mixed dragon's blood with it. I've seen those mixed bundles and felt sorry for whoever was gullible enough to use them or buy them.
That's what you said?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. I thought that was okay.
Hi, Sherry.
What's up, Sherry? How's it going?
Hi, Sherry.
I said, and thank you so much. Oh, and then they had a suggestion. That I give lots of awesome teachings. They were absolutely correct about that.
Absolutely true. Okay. Yeah.
They've been binge watching my old videos with the titles, right?
Okay.
And so their suggestion was let's live stream and more videos with titles to make it easier for them. And so I get my videos out there. What they're saying, get my content out there.
Okay.
And this person is very nice. And I said thank you so much. I'm not really interested in getting out there, right?
Yeah.
I said, those who are meant to find me will. I'm a spiritualist who happens to be on YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So I upload when I move to, and I don't really care to make playlists or categorize the videos.
Yeah.
I think the world has become lazy enough. And if people don't have time to rewatch a live, then imagine when you had to learn face to face. And that's what I said. That was it. Yeah. So if it came off person, I promise you, I'm like I was not in a bad. I was smiling. I'm like, yeah.
I know you were smiling.
I'm not smiling because I was being mean.
Well, I don't think it was your intention.
I wasn't smiling because I had just got my daily dose of children's tears.
You have those around 4.
Right.
Yeah. But I would also say, in your defense, that's kind of like you walking into like your favorite restaurant and saying, you could be a lot better if you had all your stuff on DoorDash because I'm too busy to come into your restaurant. So, like, they mean well, but they're still kind of telling you what to do.
And I honestly feel like people do mean well, and I take suggestions because some people have suggested some awesome stuff. Yeah. Right? I absolutely do. But the only thing is, we know we live in a microwave society now.
Yeah. We
know we live in a microwave society now, and so people will. Oh my gosh! Like if I learn Hoodoo, it'll change my life. And okay, so if you honestly feel that becoming adept at Hoodoo, root work, conjuration, whichever, will change your life, don't you want to like actually pay attention, or do you want to just have something on in the background for entertainment?
Yeah.
Because most of the workings I give are so short. They're so short. You can just, if you can't remember, you can remember the high points.
Yeah.
Right? You can remember the high points.
Yeah. And if you're focusing, you'll pay attention. Because there are times like I'll have like notebook paper and a pen when I see you go live, because sometimes you just throw stuff out there without any warning.
You have like any
warning. You know what I mean? You don't go like listen up.
Here I am tossing out some pipe bombs. Like, right. Oh,
sometimes you just give a working because you give a working because you're inspired. But if someone's not focusing, if you're just in the background, then they are going to miss it.
And that's the thing. Like even my webinars, which I'm in the process of moving them over, but because I don't think the app that processes the webinars is working like it should.
Oh.
But I gave people 3 downloads, and that was to guard against piracy, right?
Yeah.
To guard against piracy. But people were like, well, I was playing it and I'm like, you were listening to it while you were driving. You had it on while you were cooking. And or you turned it on when you got in the shower. There was never any effort put to actually like internalize it. It was just background noise. And I get it.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
I
sometimes you'll go live when I'm at work, so I'll listen, but I'm at work. But I will go back and listen to the live later, and I will focus, and I have my notebook.
I'm like, come on, let's buckle down. One of my best teachers, not Hoodoo. This is like in school. Would on some days just be a total eggplant, you know what I'm saying? Like would write with the chalk in the right hand and an eraser in the left.
Wow.
And would just
oh my gosh.
Yes. Ooh. So you had to and guess what? Wasn't no talking, because that joker would fail you.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Had no problem giving you an F-bomb. No problem.
Dang. Wow. Okay, I do have a question for you. What is one of your scarier ghost moments when you're like, no, I'm done, I'm out? Or one of your happiest. One of the two.
A real ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Or something ghost-like?
Whichever like made you feel the most.
Okay. Let me see.
I know a lot doesn't really spook you.
No, yes and no. Oddly enough, it's never the real ghosts that spook me. It's always the fake ones.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell that story, and then folks gonna be like, it would have to be that one time. I don't think I've told this one. Let me see if I can pull this this cemetery up. Because they were trying to get me.
Yeah, Natalie, you're right. There is no such thing as lazy in hoodoo. Lots of practice. Lots and lots of practice. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see here.
And Mama Jade said, folks just want bullet points because our attention spans are so short due to social media. That is so true. Oh, my stars.
Now, this cemetery was like 5-minute drive from where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
Mausoleum. And that's, this is Westview Cemetery in Atlanta. And we used to call it the Castle.
I can see why.
And we used to sneak into there.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. we used to sneak in there because it was it's so big. Let me see if I don't see any inside pictures, but it's so big that we could find the door in the daytime when they're open. We would find the door, and then we would crack it.
Oof.
And then come back at night because the place is so big that they're not going to find that door cracked. That's how big it was. And most cemeteries don't have a they run a skeleton crew.
Yeah, literally.
Right. Oh wait, here we go. Let me see if I can go.
Wow.
Now hold on. Here we go. Let me replace. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Wow.
I mean, it is huge.
Wow.
Photo gallery. There we
go. You would just sneak in there?
Oh yeah.
Stars.
And there's like the chapel in there.
Ooh, well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it is. The architecture and everywhere is great. But anyway.
Oh wow.
The mausoleum, which is what the castle is. That's the mausoleum. So we would, go in there at night, and there wasn't really any work we were doing. It's like me, my brother, sister, cousin. There wasn't even really that much, well, some, but not that much work we were doing. It was more just a dare thing, right? Because we were kids going in there.
Yeah.
And so one night.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone knows the 3 a.m. rule. I teach people the 3 a.m. rule all the time. You never go in the cemetery and stay, until, or God forbid, after 3 a.m. You want to be out before 3 a.m. because that's when the dead rise. And they'll trade places with you or try to.
Oof.
So, now I got 2 stories. So, we went in there, and it is a long walk because Westview Cemetery is so big, and obviously the gates are locked.
Yeah.
So we would park and then creep through the gates and then go through that long walk through the non-lit cemetery. It's got roads and roads and roads, but cemeteries operate on a shoestring budget anyway. Yeah. So they don't leave lights on.
Right.
They'll leave lights. because nobody need to see, right? And so we would just walk the roads because we knew our way and whatnot. Sometimes you would see like people in the distance because crackheads are immune to fear. Crackheads fear nothing, so you don't worry about that. They were just like, what else?
Yeah.
And so you eventually see, sometimes you see a little flick of a big lighter in the distance. We don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So we get to the mausoleum. Sure enough, the door's open.
Mm-hmm.
We go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool, because every time we go in there, we're in there by ourselves because no one else thought to crack a door.
Right. Right.
That's just our thing. We go in there and the alarm would go beep, 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 beep. We knew we were triggering the alarm, but the police never would. They would never.
Right. What are you gonna steal?
They're not going to park, hop a fence, and come walk into a mausoleum.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will see blue lights, and then the little flashlight will go through, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's them checking out the alarm.
Checking it out. Okay.
Just checking out the alarm. So
yeah.
We don't worry about it, and we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for some reason, the mausoleum has 3 levels. You come in on like the middle level, then you can go up or down. We would always go up. We would never go down, and we never thought about why we never go down. The winding stone marble steps.
Ooh.
We were looking, and the level of dark down there, you couldn't pierce it. And of course we would have like flashlight. This is before flashlight phones, because I'm old. We have like actual flashlights, like C and D cell battery.
Right.
And you would look, and you could illuminate the steps, but you couldn't see else. And we just assumed it was another floor down there, just like ours, just graves along the wall. It's a mausoleum.
Yeah.
So, we're like, let's go down there. And they're like, you go down there, you go down there. Bunch of dare. So I said, fine, let's all go down there, because that's always the logical explanation to me.
Right.
I'll go down there.
Like Scooby-Doo gang.
We start down the steps, and you can hear like tap, tap, tap. Our foot falls on the marble.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We get down to the bottom of the steps, and imagine the way. I'm getting creeped out. It looks no different than the other levels. It's just walls of graves.
Okay.
Well, like the tombs and whatnot.
Yeah, like
and they have like the little thing where you can stick your flowers in there. Now, this being Hoodooville, Georgia, sometimes people leave offerings on the floor, like little bottles of whiskey and whatnot. They were never touched. The crackheads did not come in there and mess with them folks' whiskey. Never. So, and occasionally there were benches.
Okay.
So we're just walking around like, see, told y'all. We turn the corner, there's an old lady sitting on the bench.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Sitting there and it's like all dark and you're like, shoot.
In the dark.
Oh no.
And we didn't even see her. We didn't hear her. We just come around the corner. There she is, sitting on a stone bench. And I'm sitting on a stone bench. And she's just looking straight ahead. And I can see her side profile. She's just looking straight ahead.
Wow.
And, and she looks like if it was in the daytime, what you would do, just sit there.
Yeah.
And, visit with your people.
Yeah. Oh my stars.
We stopped and we just like, oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry. This is what we got. Look.
Oh my gosh.
So I have this thing that I've been doing since I was a little kid, the tactical retreat. I think if you grew up in like a war zone of an urban area, like either I'm gonna bust out running or I'm gonna slide back because I don't want to turn my back on you. Right. So we all are from the same area, so we kind of did the little backslide thing and then just left. We go back up to the and by the time we hit the steps, our resolve broke. And, it's kind of like everybody's like trying not to run,
right?
But we walking fast as fudge. We get to the step, and then it only black folks, y'all know how we are. It only take one to run,
right? Just one.
And then everybody running.
Then we out.
We gone. We get up to the steps. Mind you, the floors look the same, right? You have to read the names on the wall to know that you're on a different floor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sonny and everybody here. We got up there and we're like listening to see if she's following us up the steps. Down at the end of the hall, there's stained glass, right? She walked by.
She walked by?
Walked by.
She walked. Oh no!
On the second floor now. No. Mind you, there's only one staircase.
She walked by.
Now, is it possible? Because there was an elevator. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. Because there's like I think there's only left power on to like the emergency, like the exit lights and the alarm system.
Yeah.
So we de-assed that area, right?
Yeah.
We got up out there. What was that song? You're the runner, she's a track star. Now gone. I'm talking about that type of running where you hit that second gear, where it's like your head you are a master of physics because your head falls forward, like, and you get down low.
You're like,
gone, right? Gone. Get outside. Ooh. We get outside of the mausoleum. We're like, oh, shoot. She gone. No lie, saw a silhouette in the doorway.
Oh no!
Gone again.
Oh, gone
again. Gone again.
Oh my gosh!
So I was too young to try to figure out what happened. Oof. And oddly enough, I'm still a little kid. I've been doing this a long time, but there's a certain amount of maturity that has to come. It was not in place yet. So yeah, that was one that was like shoot, right? Look, Mama J said, right. She said, keep running. That was an old lady spirit. All right, now y'all get, and we got gone. We got gone. Now another, and again, this is another immature Lou story. Because I tell y'all to do the stuff that I do, and I tell y'all when I tell y'all not to do something, it's generally because I did it, and it didn't come out well.
Right.
So, as y'all, me and my siblings, we all grew up in the same house.
Yeah.
We all grew up in the same house, so it's not stuff that I did that they weren't exposed to, and it's the same cousin.
Oh no!
Everybody have a slow cousin. But no, honestly, he was not. He just thought differently than we did, right? Mm-hmm. So for some reason, Sonny, I decided to have a seance.
What?
Yeah, it seemed.
Oh, see, you didn't have no sense. You didn't have no sense.
Like all bad ideas, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Really, as old folks say, I was smelling myself. I wanted to see if I could pull it off.
Yeah, you were. Oh, no.
I blame my mama and grandma because we were obviously home alone.
That's very Gen X, though.
See, back in the day,
you're home alone.
Back in the day, like Generation X.
Yeah.
Our parents would just add our ages up. That's how they did it. So like 6 2-year-olds can stay home by themselves. That's just how parenting was back then, right? So
seance of all the stuff you could have done.
So I grabbed a candle. That's all I knew. Grabbed a candle. grabbed the Ouija board. We sat around the table, held hands, right? And I'm like, if there's any spirit that wants to come through, and then so what we ended up doing, because my little brother was always the one that we got to do stuff. You know, he's the youngest.
Oh gosh.
And so we had him put his hands on the Ouija board.
Oh,
and
no.
we all would hold hands, and then the two next to him had hands on his shoulder, right? So finally it started moving. He took his hands off. We held hands again. We're like, spirit, come through. Spirit, can you come through to this side? Spirit, I give you permission, spirit, come through. At that point, my cousin's face.
Oh no.
We looked at my cousin's face, and I swear it started to change.
Oof.
He started to look older, like sad, angry.
No.
And the thing is, he was like, "Look, what's wrong? What y'all looking at?" And we like, "Your mother freaking face is starting." And he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Listen, don't nobody move." And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't think we'd get this far. I didn't think this out." So I'm like, "Listen, everybody link back up. You put your hands back on the board, move it to goodbye. We're gonna blow this candle out, and everybody going to bed."
Going to bed?
Going to bed.
Oh no. I would not get no sleep.
I did not want to turn the light on and see my cousin like that. So I went and grabbed some holy water. And I swear, it was like one of the movies where the woman gets mad at the dude and throws a drink in his face. That's what I did. And he was like, "The hell?" And then I started mushing him furiously, like, "God, the Lord is my shepherd." And he's like, "What the hell is going on?" Because he didn't know what was going on with his face.
He didn't know. Oh my gosh.
And so finally, I'm like, okay, we cool now. We turned the light. We turned the light back on, and I did one more seance, but
another one.
Yeah, but I was grown then.
Okay, that's right.
I was in much better control of the situation then.
Okay. Oh my.
But those are the two, you know. And I've been in like some harrowing spiritual situations, but it's like those early quasi failures are the ones that you cut your teeth on. But the problem is, like, society, everybody's scared to fail.
Right.
People want to ask the most minute of questions. Prophet, you said put it in a jar. Is it glass or plastic? I'm like, that's what you focusing on right now?
Right.
That's where you are. It's because the whole world on Adderall. Everybody got a touch of autism right now.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
Or better edit that out. But you know, it's those early failures that lead to the later successes that nobody wants. You know, and I'm like, yeah, I can answer, and most of the time I do very nicely answer all these questions that people pose.
Yeah.
But I don't think people understand that it's not like I can give you all the answers in the world. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to cut your teeth. There's some trial and error. Something's got to click in here. Yeah. And no matter how often I say it is not, yes, we absolutely want to use the right roots and herbs. Mm-hmm. We absolutely want to use candles and dress them the right way. But it's not just the mechanics. It is more than just the mechanics.
Exactly. Yeah, I used to take fencing classes, like on guard, and I loved it so much. I did. I loved it. But I had to learn to get hit. I was so scared to get hit by the other person. I had the skills, but I wouldn't follow through and do what I was supposed to do. But once I would take a hit, I found out I didn't die. It's literally just a game. The the more mistakes you make, the more you learn from, and the better you get.
Right.
It's like a life lesson. So all the mistakes you make with all your hoodoo stuff, eventually you're gonna get it right, and that light bulb's gonna come on. You're gonna be like, "That's what he was talking about. That's exactly what he was talking about."
Yes,
the whole time.
Use
what you have. It's okay. Yes.
But you're not gonna. I mean, yeah, there are gonna be times you're gonna get it the first try, but it's not gonna be that way all the time.
Exactly.
There's a lot of like controlling your emotions that's involved, and I hate this. Your love spell's not gonna work while you be in a thirst bucket.
Right.
You gotta rein that in. You gotta pull that in.
Yeah, you're not gonna be rich if you're like thinking about your bills all the time.
Right, like golly, woo, boy, these lights about to get cut off, Lord. They're like, yeah, they're about to get cut off. Absolutely, absolutely. That is an astute observation. About to get cut off.
But keep trying. Right, don't give up. Keep trying.
Good, googly moogly. I think, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get it though. I get it. I hate to even bring it up, but like when you had to make a video about the crossroads.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but people get so caught up in the small stuff because they can't see the big picture. No, he doesn't want you running in the middle of the street.
Look, really Natalie wants y'all running into the middle of the street. I don't. I care too much to see y'all running into the middle of the street, but still, and the thing is, I get it. I don't know which video someone found me on. People may not you may not catch that, and so you're gonna be like, "Is it the cross?" But I'm still human. I'm like, Lord, again. Because,
right, or like I live in the city, so the way we translate things are different. Like the South is,
it's all dirt. Like they literally think it's got to be a dirt road all the time.
And that's what you see on TV, so that's what you think. Robert Johnson, he didn't stop at an intersection.
I guess I'm like I have so much hope for everyone that I'm like surely they're not trying to walk like stand right up under the doggone red light. Like, yeah, this is a good spot. And they saying like, "How John won't allow me to get hit by no car?" Like that's what's gonna happen.
Upper room.
God almighty, I don't know.
No, the common sense is not common, but it'll kick in.
Oh yeah, I have faith. That either. Well, let me say I used to. I used to have faith that either the light bulb was gonna come on, or they'd be like, I'm just gonna go have somebody else do it. What happens is now people take credit for coincidences.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm like, they being their own cheerleader. I got it. Hype yourself up. Be your own hype man.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. But you also have to kind of look at the big picture. Yeah, it's like Natalie says, got to do the legwork. You can't just sit down. Well, you actually can sit down and light a candle, but you have to do all the extra that goes with it. Like if you don't have anything, then yes, sit down, light a candle for sure, but then pour all your positive energy into there.
Have some prayer.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord, have some prayer too, but some faith.
Have some
both
faith.
Of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
Yes.
I know. I missed a question here. Wayne Hefner says how much it costs to do a court case. $1,000. I'm actually serious.
I know you are. That's why I said. Ooh.
It depends. It depends because the problem with court cases is that they take a long time.
Yeah.
Unless you right there at it, which I don't recommend because court cases have a lot of moving parts. There's paperwork that has to be shuffled, and court cases are great because if at any point paperwork from point A doesn't make it to point B, you home free. So a lot of moving parts is a good thing because they can be manipulated. Yeah. But you want to get back as far as possible, and it's still a lot. People think, well, I just tell the judge, just light this judge candle, and I'm good. The judge, if it is a criminal case, Because y'all some felonious jokers out here. Don't mean I don't love y'all as I don't love you any less. But Sonny, it's some the broken army, my flock, my congregation. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Myself included, we have often run afoul of the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
To some of us in our youth, laws were just suggestions.
Right.
We would prefer that you don't. But the thing is, it's not just the judge.
Yeah.
It's not just the judge. It's everyone, because the judge in the criminal case is just the referee.
Yeah.
The judge, unless you're just having a bench trial, the judge just sits there. I've seen, especially in Fulton County, Georgia, judges be up there asleep.
Oof.
Yeah, it's terrible. They only wake up to tell you life. Life. Yeah, they will sit there asleep. All the judge does is just referee between the two lawyers. Object, sustain. Object, overruled. That's all they do.
Wow.
And then at the end, they either set you free or give a sentence. That's all the judge does. So working on the judge, that's just a part of it. It's just a part of it. So you want to get it as soon as possible. Hey, Wayne, you still here? Cool. So yeah, Wayne, I'm answering your question. You want to get to it as soon as possible. And it also depends, because if you have like a minor felony, like say, street pharmaceuticals, they're not going to put a lot of effort towards that. So you can generally work those pretty easy. And then also it depends on the outcome you desire.
Yeah. Like,
someone who wants a dismissal is going to require a lot more work than somebody who'll be cool with probation. So that's it.
Yeah.
You got to work everybody. Judge, people you think may snitch on you. You got to work on everybody and everything. And it's just a lot.
You did a video on that a while ago.
Yeah. And it's, you got to even work on your lawyer to make sure your lawyer don't go up there and sound like a dumbass. Because you may get a judge like me who don't like having to repeat themselves, and then your lawyer up there asking the same question. Your Honor, Jimmy. Your Honor, Jimmy. And judge like, you know what? And you sitting there like, you about to get me in trouble.
Right. Contempt of court. Bah!
Right. So that's it.
Wow.
So I haven't got a court date yet. Waiting on that. Oh yeah. See, that's the perfect time. That's the perfect time. Lady said, I work my own court case. I won work the judge, law, defense, witness. It ain't easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Sherry said, love that you do not. I do not judge anybody. Listen.
So true.
Now I may chuckle because my ladies who like to dance exotically, y'all are very comfortable naked. Just because y'all comfortable naked, I'm comfortable with y'all being naked.
Right.
Honey, I've had folks, the old place. No one come down here. The old place. People, they come by. I'm like, okay, you need a spiritual bath. And okay, prophet, I go to get the bath together, like put it in a bag for them to take home. I come into the living room, they naked. I'm like,
no, sir.
I walked in, I'm like, did I miss something? Like, I'm in my house, like, did I miss something?
In your house.
Right.
No, you do the bath in your house.
Like, did I miss something?
Yeah, I have some fancy dancer friends. They're easy to. Yeah.
Well, they're just fruit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's a bird. Yeah. I'm invitation only. But I don't judge. I love my fancy dancer friends. They're great.
Oh yeah. Everybody cool. Yeah, everybody cool. My street pharmacists. my doggone street pharmacist friends. Hey, now some of them jokers, they the math that they can do in their head is astounding.
Yeah.
It is astounding. And between the two of them, you always get paid in cash. Now the one thing I don't like I love everyone, but with those two that particular two niche clients, they always got to go put some money on the card because they have so much cash. They got to go put some money on the card all the time.
Right.
Hey, Lawanda, how are you? Look, Queen Cully said, tell the rest of the story. That was the rest of the story, ma'am. See, there are some of us with honor and morals and honor.
This is true.
Some, not all. Thank you, Natalie, for saying y'all do not send nudes.
Oh yeah, please don't.
To the text line. Please don't.
Please don't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. He's not judging, nothing like that, but he don't want that. No.
Yeah. I don't. Look, not even the accidental nudes.
Right. Accidental.
Look, the accidental nude. You know the one where they'll take a screenshot of like them opening up pictures on their phone and like the little row of pictures on the bottom and that is all butt naked. You seen that before?
No, I have not.
Okay.
That's clever.
You know. Let me. I don't have a picture.
Oh, my stars.
But you know, on like iPhones, you have like the main picture and then like your camera roll pictures across the bottom.
Yeah.
And like all the pictures across the bottom be butt naked, and you like,
oops, how did that happen?
Wait, what? Sorry, what they say?
Oops, how did that happen? You know how that happened. He wasn't born yesterday.
Right. It was many yesterday. Many. But Jasmine said, there goes my plan. See?
Jasmine.
See? Oh my goodness.
Oh my stars.
There we go. Sonny, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. We're coming up on 2 hours. I think this is a good place to wrap it up.
I think so. I do think so.
You've got wine to attend to, and I've got Call of Duty to play.
Yeah. My sister is making me cheese enchiladas for my birthday.
Nice.
Yes, I love cheese enchiladas.
Nice. I haven't had Mexican food in a while.
When I came to visit you, we had Mexican food, and I was like,
Mexican food.
Same. No.
One thing that enchiladas, but the chimichanga, I love chimichangas.
Ooh.
And man, I have not had a good chimichanga in a while. Yeah. Well, Sonny, you want to shout out your socials or anything like that?
Yeah. I'm on TikTok as the Denise Tapscott, I think. I'm on Instagram as Pirate Sunny because I love pirates, and as you know, my nickname is Sunny, so it's at Pirate Sunny.
I don't think I've ever asked that, but I've always just assumed like she's just really into pirates.
Yeah, I love pirates and vampires. I'm actually gonna try to figure that out.
Like the infamous New Orleans pirate Jean Lafitte.
Yes.
Who they cut off his head and he still swam around the boat 3 times. Or so they say. Yeah, you can go to this bar. That's haunted for sure in New Orleans. I went to that bar, and oddly enough, that is one of the. They say that's one of the world's freakiest ghosts. Because they say he'll pinch you on the butt.
I've heard that. Yeah. He did not pinch my butt.
Or mine.
I've seen it. Yeah, but it's one of those bars they say in America.
Yeah.
Is it true? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But hey, I didn't get pinched. Lily says, what app is the webinar on? Honestly, Lily, I have not decided. I have not decided if I want to go back I've got 2 options right now, but rest assured, Monday, the links will go out to everyone. And listen, guys, do me a favor, because I know some of y'all are very paranoid. I don't know what it is about spirituality attracts paranoid people. Sonny, some of these folks like, just call me QL. I'm like, what is your name?
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
But so I'll make sure to send the links out to everyone. But please, when you get the webinar, well, when you purchase the webinar, give me y'all's real email address. I'm not about to look you up. Just when my sister puts you in the little square block thingy, I want to be able to copy and paste it all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, yeah, y'all right. It's doggone juniper berries everywhere. Every time I walk around, Lord, I'm not a sugar grandpa.
Sugar grandpa. Sugar paw.
Right, sugar paw. Lily said, "Do we need a pro?" Loose. Pearl necklaces are definitely not required.
Just breathe. You're gonna be all right.
Y'all dirty. Brock, shut up.
Lily, I don't think so. He said just to get some on Amazon.
Yeah, get you some on some Amazon.
Yeah, I got some pretty cheap.
White or off-white, preferably, because I've not known Annie Christmas to like colored pearls. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all, listen, I know it's the weekend, but y'all behave. Lord have mercy.
But like after the thing, yeah.
Yeah. But if anybody wants to get in on the webinar, there you go. Click the link. It also will populate into the chat. You can click it and buy it right there. The links, like I said, will go out on Monday. Okay, links.
Yay! I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, Lily, go to Michael's.
Definitely has them. Michael's or Hobby Lobby definitely have them. So, I think I gave my announcements out at the beginning, so I don't have anything. Y'all feel free to scan that right there. Come on into the webinar. My sister will add you to the little list thing, and that's it. Show y'all my shirt.
Ooh. But nobody believes it. That's awesome.
People was like, I saw a global icon and a national treasure. And everyone's like, no, you didn't. But I guess this is a good time. We're gonna play some Call of Duty. Maybe get a snack.
Nice.
Maybe get a snack. So happy belated birthday, Sonny.
Thank you so very, very much.
Belated birthday.
I'll celebrate for these 2 weeks. Thank you.
Your cheese enchiladas. I know you will be back.
I will.
And maybe we can scream The Vampire Next Door.
Oh yeah, the Vamps Next Door.
Vamps Next Door, so we can see you and your award-winning portrayal of
Stasha. Yes. I'll contact the right people to make sure it's appropriate, and then we'll watch it. Yeah, it should be because it's on YouTube. Like I can't imagine why they would.
Yeah. The Vamps Next Door.
The Vamps Next Door. Tasha's Revenge is my most favorite episode.
There you go.
I play Tasha. Yeah.
So, all right, so I guess we'll wrap it up there. This is episode number something. I don't know. I need to start keeping track. So later on down the line, it'll be like, hey, this is 100th episode.
Right.
Something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Sonny, thank you so much. And like I said, we'll see you again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I love talking to all of you guys.
Thank you, everybody. From I was going to go to Kick and Instagram, but it was just us and Twitter. Just us and Twitter.
Nice.
But y'all have a good one. See you guys next week, probably the same time. We'll figure it out. Y'all have a good one. Good night. Then I've got to find out. There we go. Look. Watch. Boom.